We have a pledge by Willis Stoops and a prayer by Doc.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, in Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen. And bless our town and our leaders of the town. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Jenna. Roll call, everyone's here. Approve the minutes of October 7th, 2024 public meeting. Moved by Willis. Second by Kip. Question, all four. Opposed, motion carried. Occupational license for Khaki Kong GBC Food Service, 2113 South Allen Boulevard. That's our lawful. Need a motion. Moved by Kip, second by Willis. Any questions? No further questions, we'll vote on it. Jody? Aye. Kip? Aye. Willis? Lacy? Mike? Aye. Ayes have it. Project status report, Mr. Cleveland.
The North Sewer Treatment Plant upgrades, the lien period has expired. They were supposed to bring the lien free certificate and the final paperwork from my office today, so I'll pick it up tomorrow. They still need to put in the generator receptacle, so I'll find out what the status of that is. And then we can close that out, hopefully for next week. Sewer phase 7 construction is still going on. The pumps are not scheduled to be in for a couple more months, so they won't be able to close out that project until then. But they'll be able to get everything in the ground and until those pumps are there.
John, I have a question on that one. Bryce and I negotiated a servitude agreement with the LaFouche Housing Authority, and I believe it's for sewer phase 7.
Nope.
No,
It's the Williams Road lift station.
it's the.
The Williams Road lift
Okay.
station.
Okay, well, I'll just wait till that one.
I got something with that. I got a call from Sal about some debris where they hit part of their line. And I did talk to Sam today.
Yeah, you told me you did.
And I sent him a picture and all. And
That was on Del Grande, correct?
Del
On
Grande.
the front.
He was concerned if it was a house there down. I said, the town been cleaned it, I don't know where that came from. So it just showed up.
The truck's in town right now, so.
Yeah, that's the, we'll talk about that.
So that's where, trailer they burned on the side by the old facility.
Yeah, they turned the camp. I don't think they turned it off. Oh, I
No,
know.
we talk about that when Jody
Yeah,
says.
I got it on the agenda.
You're on online, though.
I just wanted to think about that.
Yeah, that's good, thank you.
The seawall project, we are working with South Central Planning to apply for a Delta Regional Authority grant. We are also going to be putting in as a match to that grant, for capital outlay as a match to that grant. The FMA grant, I'm tracking down the contract so we can finish our agreement with y'all. Sewer phase 8, which is the one on Sherman Lane. There are 2 service tubes remaining. So hopefully next meeting, I'll be here asking y'all to start advertising on that project. Replacement of sewer lift station behind Williams Road. We did issue a notice to proceed, but those pumps as well are still 3 or 4 months away from delivery.
Okay, yeah, so on this one, I would ask if we can add to the agenda, it's an intergovernmental cooperative endeavor agreement with the housing authority to do the proper servitude needed for that project. I'm of the opinion that I don't think the council has to authorize the mayor to sign it, but I know that the mayor likes to have council authority to sign it. Bryce and I vetted it, I think it's completely fine, I have a picture of the servitude but it does need to be signed, and I would rather not wait till next meeting.
It just makes it stronger to give,
Right.
a second.
Moved by Kip, second by Jody, to approve, any other questions? No question in the audience? We go ahead and vote on it. Jody? Aye. Kip? Aye. Willis? Lacy? Mike? Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you.
We do have a servitude over most of the property that there, but we're moving, just that little bit we're moving over is what we actually need. But just to make sure we have everything in place, we're doing everything at this point.
Jody? Aye. Kip? Aye. Willis? Lacy? Mike? Aye. All right, thank you.
Okay, the Armand LC drainage that has gotten to the top of my stack, so in the next couple of weeks, we should have that set of plans done and we can send them to the state for their approval. Same time, our capital outlay requests are coming up, so should have that ready for the mayor's review this week.
Mike, if you wanna add something, let the office look at it.
Something besides the culvert cleaning, if you need, Mike, just let me know.
Yeah.
And the chlorine contact chamber, we got a quote from Gaines about $12,100 for the box. There are a couple of little changes I want to make to it. They had 4-inch pipe, we need 6-inch pipe. So I'm gonna call them today to get that change, to see if there's a change in that. But they haven't told me an answer for that one yet.
All right, any questions, Mr. Gleason? Okay, Jody?
Going back to number 8, what we're talking about the drainage, a lot of that, catch basins or covers, just heat up around them, and then be part of the
That's
drainage to fix that.
what we can do is, that's regular maintenance for the town, we give it down, deal with swamp.
Step going to the new, to the
Oh,
big
you know,
canal.
Mike, you know,
Well, a couple of residents have met, walking and they show me some stuff cracks. in the
Yeah,
road.
that's something we do with maintenance.
And they usually,
Right, we let them do it, where it's at.
Yeah, it's usually kind of minor to be asked.
Right. All right, thank you, John.
Okay, thank you.
I'll turn the report.
I provided y'all last meeting the off-road vehicle highway 1 legislation. Again, we have to amend the state law in order to allow the municipalities to allow golf courts on, and in our town, it would potentially, if the council approved it, only be on LA 1, or along the side of LA 1. If, today was your opportunity to provide me any feedback. Obviously, if you don't have feedback this evening, you can, email me or something, but if y'all are okay with the draft, we were gonna submit it to Joe Ogeron, because he's gonna have to spearhead that at the state level, so.
All right, ready, fellas, any more time?
Start the process.
All right.
Okay.
Motion on that, move forward.
Yeah, I would say let's do that.
Need a motion by Kip,
Second.
second by Lacy. Any discussion with the audience or the council? If not, we will vote on it. Jody? Aye. Kip? Aye. Will?
Aye.
Lacy?
Aye.
Mike? Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you, Ray.
Okay, number 2 and 3 is the statement of claim to be filed for the BC 1051, 155 Jefferson Street, Charles Collier property, and the BC 1044, 130 Malvern Lane, Sean and Emily Bernard property. I've drafted the statement of claims, y'all authorized us to move forward with that at last meeting. I did have the mayor sign them, and I'm gonna probably send one of my girls tomorrow to Thibodeau to go and file it in the conveyance records. So I just wanted to, do you want the council to approve you to sign it?
I would like that.
Yeah, if you
No
can.
question. Any years to come.
Right.
So there's a motion by Kip, authorized to sign the document. Second by Lacy. Any further questions? If not, we'll vote on it. Jody? Aye. Kip? Aye. Willis? Lacy?
Aye.
Mike? Aye.
Point of information. What's the name of the file? Can we jump on it right away?
Yes, sir.
Property clearance and everything else?
So we have 2 options, and Bryce and I will look at what the possibilities are, but one option is to add the $5,200, like, just for example, on the Bernard property, add it to the ad valorem tax bill for 2024, so that whoever pays the taxes on that is going to have to pay that next year. The other option is for us to proceed adversarially against them in district court, obtain a judgment, and have the property seized and sold, which is what we did on the Richard Green property, which is what we're doing on the Kiddo property right now. So, we'll look at both of these, and as soon as we've made a decision about what our recommendation is, we'll come back to the council and let you know. Right, absolutely. Yeah, we wanna try to get on that sooner rather than later. Number 4 is the actual approving of the ordinance that we had, the public hearing on. So I know, Mike, I think you weren't here for that, but we had the public hearing at 6:45 for the ordinance amending the ordinance that allows the town to pay for the chief's healthcare premiums for his policy at the Port Commission. Instead of, our original ordinance said has to pay the Office of Food Benefits, but really what, in actuality, what keeps happening is they bill Troy, the chief pays it, we reimburse the chief upon receiving sufficient proof that he has paid it. And so our auditor just suggested that we kind of clarify the ordinance a little bit, so we had the public hearing. To the best of my knowledge, I don't think there were any questions. Well, I think Kip had one question, but it wasn't disputing it at all. So now would be the time to either approve it or deny the ordinance.
Okay. Good. Explanation, everybody's good with the motion. Moved by Willis, second by Kip. Any further questions? No further questions, we'll vote on it. Oh, I'm sorry. Jody. Kip. Willis. Lacy. Mike.
Aye.
Ayes have it. All right, Chief.
Status of police vehicle to be sold at auction. I was just informed that it was sold for $7,000, and the person that bought it has 7 days to pay for it.
Yes, sir, you're correct. Yeah, my phone ringing right here, I'm sorry.
That's all I have.
Okay, so, well, we need a motion to go ahead and sell the vehicle for $7,000. Moved by Mike, second by Jody. Any other questions? Okay, Jody. Kip. Willis. Lacy. Mike. Ayes have it. All right, that's a good run.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, old business, Hurricane Ida repair, the following projects have been obligated to receive the fund, need the work to complete, deadline October 2024. Project, pump behind the weed with the floodgates at the park, work is going on now that, the crew got here, he found people to work. Big electrical box at the pumping station, street and caution signs, town hall and fuel canopy, complete request removed from the agenda. Move by Lacy, second by Willis. Any questions? No questions, we'll go ahead and vote on it. Jody. Kip. Willis. Lacy. Ayes have it. Lift station and sewage plants. Senior citizen crowd bill at 50% ruling requesting waiting update from FEMA on the next step. Swimming pool pump bill, swimming pool bathhouse for proposal alternate project. FEMA is on the 924 DDD set sign, the FEMA scope, the cost of the project, so we're still waiting on FEMA, we haven't heard anything. They've been very quiet lately. Okay, LaFouche Barracks, Ida recovery grant, $205,407, deadline is 6/30/25. Everything was handed in, as we spoke to last week. Parish request bids in the fourth quarter 2024 to repair asphalt Ridgewood Boulevard, Duce Drive, and North Street. LGAP application submitted on the 11/13/2023, approved $35,000 contract award for Escape Park parking lot with handicap parking waiting contract executed. So, the contractor was notified, so we just finalizing everything. Council Jeremy to establish and provide criteria for speed bumps on Washington Street and Jeremy Lane and Duce Street. George, you prepare for tonight, or?
Yeah, it's an ongoing process. The first established criteria we need to do it. Make sure 60 to 75% of residents in the street one. I've been talking to a few of them in Cherry Lane. As you talk to people, they're kind of leery. They got this 50, maybe they want bump not too high, or so you gotta That's one of the first criteria, so go beyond the going process.
Okay, all right, thank you for the report. All right, energy, trim trees around light poles, request was sent. Trunk or treat event update. That was given last meeting. Nope, it is not, okay.
So it was a very successful event, everything went well, I believe. I would have to, I can't put a count, about 3,000 people maybe, 3,000 or more. It seems like every year it gets bigger, so everything went well, we had a lot of people help out. If I start naming, I might forget, so whoever helped, I appreciate all the help that y'all can give, because without the help, it wouldn't be possible, without the people participating, it wouldn't be possible. So, we'll just look forward to our 5th year next year.
All right, good job to everyone that was participating. Thank y'all. Bring the community together that way, every now and then is good. Accommodation process, first, South Central Planning Town.
First one is BC 1029. This property has been condemned and destructed, demolished. The council is in the process of scheduling a notice to be heard so that the property owner has an opportunity to speak before the council with respect to the costs. So there's no action necessary on the site.
Tom, can you hold on that page, Julie?
Oh, I was just saying, I'm gonna send a letter for the opportunity to be heard, and I think that we can probably have it accomplished by next meeting, so.
Okay. The guy that wants to sell, the guy that wants to buy it.
I did speak with the man who wants to buy it. He was a little dismayed that the parish is not cooperating with him as he thought they would have in selling the property to him. So he was reaching out again to his attorney to see what options he had for the remaining portion of the property. But if it's okay, by the end of the meeting, I'll get our building inspector's contact information so that I can provide it to the man who wants to purchase the property to see if you and him can maybe have a conversation.
Thank you. Go ahead, Tom.
All right, BC 1033, this property has been condemned. It is before the council for an updated report from our CBO.
This is a follow-up inspection. The renovation work is ongoing. The siding, soffit, and fascia issues from the initial inspection still remain. If the progress stops, then it is my recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
All right.
The next property,
You can work it out, so you want to give it 30 days.
That's all back to the council.
I'm moving there. Look like they know, look like they know.
And she got a permit.
She got all the permits?
Is John here?
She got a permit.
sir.
She got all,
has all the permits.
she has all the records.
Yeah, they doing a good job.
All right, there's a motion made by Jody, give it 30 days. Second by Willis, we'll vote on it. Jody. Aye. Kip. Aye. Willis. Lacy. Mike. Aye. All right, Tom.
all right, this property has been condemned and before the council for an updated report from our CBO.
This is a follow-up inspection. The shingles have now been installed on the roof and the renovation work is ongoing. Progress should continue until the dwelling is weather tight and no longer in a condemnable state.
I move we give them another 30 days.
There's a motion made by Mike, to give it 30 days. Second by Jody. Any questions? No further question, we'll vote on it. Jody. Aye. Kip. Aye. Willis.
Aye.
Lacy. Mike.
Aye.
Okay, Tom.
All right, BC 1038, this property has been condemned. It is.
I didn't understand that.
This property has been condemned. It's up tonight for an update report from our CBO.
This is a follow-up inspection. All issues from the initial condemnation inspection have been corrected.
All right,
So,
so
request we remove it from the agenda, I'll make a motion.
there's a motion made by Lisa to move an agenda, second by Kip. We'll go ahead and vote on it. Jody. Aye. Kip. Willis. Lacy.
Aye.
Mike. Aye. Ayes have it. Okay.
BC 1040, this property has been condemned and is before the council this evening for an update report from our CBO.
This is a follow-up inspection. Demolition appears to be about complete, but the demolished building materials remain on site. All the demolished materials must be removed.
All right, property owners area.
Yeah, working on it, I think I'm going to work at the beginning of November, somewhere around the 5th, I'll be going for 2 weeks. When I get back, I'm gonna jump back on it again. Only thing, I got a couple of, blocks. I'm looking to possibly, add on to my little house, I may have some blocks. They do have some old cesspools, I'm not sure if I gotta take those out or what I gotta do with them, so. I'll see what happens later down the line.
We'll get to that. Okay, is there a motion to give that 30 days? Ooh, you got me saying, Joey. Motion made by Willis.
I'll second that.
Second by Kip. Jody. Aye. Kip. Aye. Willis.
I just have a question, you thinking 30 days will be done, or, I'm just asking.
We should
Two
do
days
that,
is
but
the
I
year.
can have most of
2
it
days
done.
is the year we've been, I'm just saying, I just wanna get you all the agenda.
Yeah, I can have almost, most of it done before I leave to go to work. I had somebody come today, and they did half of the deck today. So, just the blocks and the other half.
I like to get you off the agenda.
I'm gonna get off of it too, thank you.
Mike? Aye. Okay, all right, Brian. Good. All right, Tom?
PC 1048, this property is condemned, a demolition contract has been awarded. Notice of the demolition to the property owner is being perfected, and the next update of the property is November 4th, 2024. There's no action necessary of this item. Next one is PC 1050. This property has been condemned, and our CBO has an update report on it.
This is a follow-up inspection. The entire structure has been torn down, but still needs to remove all building materials and debris from the site.
Okay, I'd like to give 30 more days.
They want to keep that block from the property.
Okay.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
gonna have new construction coming up, we want to use those blocks.
All
They
right.
were from the house before, and they like them, they're solid. So we'd like to keep our blocks.
You want to leave that in those?
Yeah, they still got one pile of trash in the back, I think, like shingles and.
So they want to keep the blocks for,
It's just with
it'll be
Steve
moving.
having, specialist coming up, and he has to see, he's kind of throwing his back.
Yeah.
But, we're, on all that.
Well, no, give it 30 days.
I'll give them 30 days, but it's pretty much done.
Yeah, it's almost done, it's just,
Yeah.
the yard needs to be clean, that's it.
We were hoping that it would take us all this time.
Yeah, it's getting close. Yeah, I mean, you're 99%.
Yes.
Cause it's something we've done for everybody, like the yard, like y'all wanna keep the blocks, that's fine, but it's just make
And
that
we're
way.
There's an old driveway that's there, we're gonna leave that there as long as the blocks are there, that way we can cut it, not interfere with it, so it's having grass. Go in the blocks.
A second,
That's fine.
a second, Bill.
All right. No, you know, once it's used, finished off.
And that way we don't have any issues with grass or anything growing through the blocks and having a mess.
Yes.
We got, some, I think, tar paper and a few shingles piled up in the back, and as soon as we're both clear from the temperature, we're gonna get on that.
Okay.
He sees them, I think, on the 29th.
All right.
It's a small pile, and like it's everybody
And
in the yard, I can,
And they cut the grass.
Yeah.
There's somebody cutting the grass for us.
Thank you very much.
thank you all
Okay,
for coming.
motion made by who? By Kip, second by Jody. We'll vote on it, Jody. Kip. Willis. Lacy. Mike.
Aye.
Ayes have it. All right.
All right, PC 1054, this property is up for 1053, sorry. Let's see, this property has been condemned, the owner has until November 7th, 2024, to repair or demolish, and there's no action necessary on this item. PC 1054, this property is up for condemnation here this evening. We have an ad hoc council, Mr. Eugene Go, and
Yes, I know. So, on Mary Fairs and Charles Terrebonne, his affidavits of publication are not back yet, so those two will have to be continued. We only have one other one, so all the ones that Gene will have to be present one tonight will have to be moved to next meeting.
All right, so just for, so I have, as Eugene code today, 1054, 1064,
Right.
1065, and 1067.
I could not determine who 1065 was, and 1067, Jean did speak with, I think he's present. The ternages are present.
Yeah, turn it.
Right, so we had, Jean spoke with the ternages and they're present here.
167.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's,
So we want to, so on 1054, 1064, and 65, we're going to add.
That's the next meeting.
That's okay, okay. So 1063 then.
correct.
1063. This property has been condemned, the demolition bid has been awarded, notice of demolition is being perfected. And so there is, there's no action necessary on this side. So 1064 and 1065 are postponed.
Tom, the property owner at 1063 is present.
Right.
So when the bid was awarded on this project? Right here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I ain't right.
so ma'am, they approved for demolition on your property? They approved for demolition on your property, and the bid was awarded at last meeting, which means that all we have to do now is just send you the notice of demolition.
Okay, I talked to Restore today because I was actually with the supervisor, the construction supervisor. Now, he said there's two options because Restore is still waiting for permits from the town of Holy Meadow to even start anything on the house. Or I can get a substantial damage report to give to Restore so they can tear down the house and build a new one.
Okay, where do you apply for your permit? Where do you apply for your permit?
I didn't apply for it, they said, Restore said they're
Then
waiting
you
for
go,
y'all.
you go better to go to GIS, is that correct, John?
Correct.
Do you remember something like
I think I know we've had some back and forth on a couple of permits with Restore. I do not know if that's one. I'll check on it tomorrow.
Or I can get that substantial damage report and send it to Restore and they can tear down the house and they can rebuild.
And who's the issue is the contact information you provide to us to contact Restore, they have no idea what it's doing.
I had Augman, contact today, the guy, his name is Scott, is for the supervisor for the construction managers, his name is Scott. I have his number too.
Okay, so after the meeting, if you can provide me with their updated contact information, because the last contact information you gave to me, they have no idea what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, because I sent everything, it was to you from Restore, Tracy, yeah, from Restore, and that what they sent me, because I told them today, if they can send something saying that they're still awaiting on permits from the town. I haven't gotten anything today, but I can definitely call tomorrow, but it's like they gave me two options.
Yeah, so just provide me that contact information, and then, because all we're waiting to do is send you the notice of demolition at this point.
John, let your radio know more about the permits.
Yeah, I'm gonna double up with
I'm
John
not
about
this
that.
deal, so next meeting, we'll sign.
Okay.
So, ma'am, I would come next meeting,
When is that?
11/4.
All right. Wish other Thompson?
Yeah, we're till next meeting.
All right, then we'll get here for next meeting, second by Willis.
How are we giving there till next week? We already, set out for bids. If she can, no, I understand that, if she can come up with it, but why do we need to move again?
Also, they don't with my own house, with my own.
But they're not gonna go demolish it.
Well, I guess it's to have different.
Well, I guess I could give her a notice of demolition. I guess that,
It was
but
awarded, but I think some.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just-
I understand your question, I understand your question.
And another thing that I don't understand, they've never been on your property Restore,
Yes,
or have they?
I was with them today.
So why do they need a letter stating from us that they can walk on your property and see it needs to be demolished?
Right, that's what the,
So
construction
why do they need
supervisor-
something from us substantial damage, I don't understand.
That's what the construction supervisor told me today, because I did tell him that I had to go to a town meeting today, and he told me to ask y'all for a substantial damage report.
About a condemnation report.
Yeah, put it on y'all.
I'm gonna get the contact information and I'll send them our.
That was just my question
Yeah,
here.
no, good point.
Sorry.
The statement should jump through hoops. The statement should jump through hoops.
I get it.
Yeah.
So I think,
Let's just proceed with the process, and she doesn't come back at the next meeting, we'll have everything in order. That's what my tax, I think, I'm like.
Yes.
That's where I was going to, so it is worth.
Motion made, we need a motion in that effect. Who by Willis? Need a second. Kip, second? Yeah. Any further question? We vote on it, Jody? Kip? Willis? Lacy? Mike?
Aye.
All right, BC 1064 and 1065 postponed, 1066. This property is up for condemnation here this evening, but we have not been able to effectuate service on the agent. Serves the process, who is in vote. We would like to get with the town council and the chief of police to see if we can effectuate service through Golden Valley PD on the agent service process. So in other words, we will need to postpone this one. And it's gonna be, 2 or 3 meetings before we can get this done. All right, and 67 is postponed.
he's here.
No, he's
Oh, I'm
here.
sorry, he's here. Yeah. So,
Yeah, Chippy, I'm gonna talk a little loud, I know you can't hear, I don't know if you want your son to talk for you, or, you know what I'm saying, but, Tom, if you wanna talk a little loud and let them know where we at.
sure. So, this matter is up for condemnation hearing tonight. Our certified building official has an update report on the condition of the property.
Okay. They give you a report, they're gonna give you a report, the building inspector, of your property, okay?
Building inspector.
I'm sorry.
Just, get an idea where the update to the marriage or possible sale of the property and that as is.
Okay,
Let me know.
well, let us give him an update, then we'll see what we're gonna do after he gives the update, okay? We'll talk after he makes the report.
Afterwards.
After it makes a report.
The building inspector,
Okay, I'm just saying.
yes, sir. Go ahead.
This is a follow-up inspection. No changes have been made since the previous inspection. It is my recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
Okay, now Tom, I think he spoke to the, right? Did he talk to an attorney?
Yes, he is.
He did.
Yes, he's supposed to.
Did he got to talk to Eugene, the attorney? Okay, where are we?
Yeah, so the ad hoc council was appointed because they couldn't effectuate service on this attorney, but now they have. Gene, in his capacity as ad hoc council, was able to make contact with him. So Gene's presence is not necessary on this matter anymore because Ms. Attorney is present. And so y'all would, the council would proceed adversarially against Ms. Attorney, but, in the way that it typically does, issue a condemnation order, give him an opportunity to comply. If he does not comply, then go through the steps of the process. That would be our recommendation.
Okay. Julie?
Mr. Chipper, what do you plan on doing with the house? You wanna fix it or?
But that's all, let's see what's.
He's gonna basically see about restoring it, and if not, just sell the property as is, like it is with the house on the property and everything, just sell it, get rid of it.
Okay,
I mean, I don't know what it's talking about.
did you apply for help yet?
Through the office.
No, you told me that earlier.
Correct.
Yeah,
They never got back.
I think they left.
That's.
Correct.
Community, is that correct?
That's-
So they're no longer here, so that's
Correct.
option's gone.
That option is gone, basically, they're no longer here, they're gone. So that option's out of the picture.
I'm just saying, I don't know what timetable you're talking about.
So we're basically looking at what's the next step.
well, that's something to try to find out, what I gotta do, because the ditches are talking to them, to see if we're tearing the place down, and using what they have to rebuild. We got that stuff, maybe, like, the posts, whatever. I ain't had a chance because of my illness, sickness. You know, I mean, 2 hurricanes, broken the New Year's sun, been killed. So nothing like anybody's feet off the road. And, you know, I just been sick up there, I'm on oxygen now,
Right.
and so everything I do takes time, if I can do it at all. And I'm trying to do it,
I'd like to, make a recommendation to the council that, Chip, if everybody's in agreement that, Jerry and myself and JP would meet and see how we can work things out. I mean, tonight's not the place to do it, you know what I'm saying? He has trouble talking and everything and getting with his health. You know, I know we diverted from what we normally do, but it's a special.
Yeah, it's a special case.
So, Chip, if the board agrees, we'll have a meeting, you and an attorney, and see your plans going forward, and maybe by then you can make some contact, whoever you wanna contact, you know what I'm saying? But when we're gonna meet, it'll be one-on-one time, you all right with that, Tom?
Yeah, I was just saying, what we can do at that meeting is that he would have to waive formal service at a future condemnation hearing, just because we effectuated service on him for this evening, and so if you let him walk out the door today, you kind of lose that service. But, just under the understanding that either we would get the chief to serve him if he came into the office, or he would execute a waiver of service. So I'm fine with that. That's an okay recommendation, as long as we're able to do one of those two things.
I mean, it's hard to communicate right here.
On that.
Moved by Gibbs, second by Willis.
So you can sit down, with you, your attorney, Mr. Joey, and y'all can talk about it, and talk it over, so you can understand, folks are up at the table. You understand what I'm saying? Like a private meeting.
Good. Go vote on it, Jody? Aye. Gibbs? Aye. Good.
you representing your daddy?
Well, I'm just his caretaker, I'm not,
But it
I'm
needs,
just here to guide him through it and help him out, so.
maybe you can come to that meeting to do it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna come to you. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, Willis?
Yes.
Lacy?
Aye.
Mike? Aye. Ayes have it. Jimmy, you can be excused, you don't have to stay for the rest of the meeting, okay? Thank you for coming.
He wants to know when this is gonna be.
Can we have their contact?
I got his phone number.
Okay.
I'll call you when the meeting's set up, okay? Alright. Thank you.
Be careful of that elevator.
All right, PC 1068. This property has been condemned, bids for demolition have been issued, bid returns are due on November 4th, 2024. There's no action necessary on this agenda item. Next is BC 1071. This property is scheduled for a condemnation hearing this day. However, we have not been able to effectuate proper service on the agent for service of process. And we would like to request assistance through the Grovernor Police Department to try to get service made on the property.
Okay, I spoke to the gentleman called for me today. And, he told me November the 18th, he's having a hearing to clear out all this lawsuits on the building. He's having on the November 18th, and he asked me to bring it up to the council. And he wants to fix the building, back up to try to rent it or sell it. And I told him, he understands the condition and how we feel about the outside not being fixed. I told him, not being out of line, but we're more concerned of the structure outside to where it doesn't hurt other property next to it, you know what I'm saying? So he wanted me to bring that to the council tonight. So the wish of the council, I told him we're gonna proceed with the process. And, before he gets to the end, we sign a contract to tear it down or whatever, we'll notify him.
Well, Mr. Mayor, or in council, we just don't have service on this guy. I know he spoke to you, but we don't have any evidence.
Well, I'll give you his number. He don't give you no service,
Oh, right, yeah, if you give me his contact information,
I
I'll
will.
resend it.
If he doesn't wanna communicate, I mean, I still wanna proceed with the process, okay? But if he doesn't wanna communicate, I mean,
Okay,
you
that's
need to
fine.
let me know.
Sure.
So what we'll do is just try to effectuate service for a condemnation hearing maybe like in December. And then we'll just get the contact information from the mayor.
Try to work it
Can you
out.
come close up his building?
Huh?
Can you come to
Yeah.
close up his building and open now?
Yeah, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
How can we do that?
Well, okay.
How much that?
All right. Need a motion, I move to proceed, moved by Mike,
I'll second.
second by Kim. Any further questions? Now, Will and Jody. Aye. Kim. Aye. Willis.
Aye.
Lacy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
All right.
Okay, I think the last one, since everything, the council has simply requested that this property be evaluated by our certified building official, and he's here this evening to give a report on the structure.
Alright, this is a structural analysis inspection for a dwelling with a shingle roof and vinyl siding. The shingle roof is in overall poor condition, with shingles missing in some areas, exposing the underlayment to further deterioration. There is also the remains of blue tarps that have deteriorated away to the point where they are no longer providing any protection. There is a hole in the roof, which is also allowing rainwater to further deteriorate the interior of the dwelling. There are multiple broken windows and holes in the vinyl, allowing rainwater ingress to enter the dwelling. Some sections of the vinyl are missing. The rear section of the dwelling shows signs of rot and appears to be sagging and can possibly collapse in the future. The dwelling is possibly salvageable, but will need an immediate renovation. In its current state, it is my recommendation to condemn the structure.
Recommendation is building inspector. Moved by Willis, moved forward, second by Kim. Any other questions? No other questions, we'll go on to Jody. Kim. Willis. Lacy. Mike.
Mr. Thompson?
Okay, I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
apologize for interrupting, Mr. Mayor. So this matter hasn't been set for condemnation. We were just requested to send out the inspector to do a report on it, to, I think, to evaluate whether it needs to be condemned.
Yes.
But it isn't set for here. We've got no notice that the property owner involved.
So I think the proper like motion would be for the council to move forward with setting a condemnation
The
hearing.
process.
Yeah.
Very good.
So that was
Aye.
the motion, right?
Roger that.
Yeah.
Oh, my apologies there. I'm sorry.
All right, Tom.
Aye.
I'll let you receive next time. Keep it in mind, I'm just kidding. Lacy. Mike. Ayes have it. All right, Tom, thank you for your report. Appreciate you. New business, you'll discussion on trash.
Yeah, y'all know, the storm had a lot of debris, they went back and forth with the fire, and who's gonna pick it up, where they gonna pick it up? Well, finally, I called the FEMA truck, I think it's DNR, or whatever.
DOT.
Yeah, FEMA, yeah, even got Joe going down, but he kinda gave me some money. They finally picked up the trees, they still got the, on the state, Riverbrooks are gonna pick up the trees. They should be in town by the end of the week.
I saw him today.
No, Miss, on the Fogwood Lane, you got the tree, I talked to her, I told her they was down, it's taking too long, and, yeah, that was the DNR truck.
But what I understand, they picked all that stuff up, yeah, one, next street over, they had more trees there, and then they had to force.
Me and Daniel been bumping our heads, they pick up a car here, they got a car there, they move. Why you just don't grab that too? You know, it's easy to do, but
Yeah.
it's limited what I can do, even the mayor gets involved sometimes, and, you know, we pay it back on the fire, but it does get picked up sometimes, it takes a little longer. But I still.
Well, what is your dad, he was a truck when I was riding around, and then agenda items. He was parked in a couple of different places, like with his lights on, and you can see him right now, so
So I think, I talked to Sam today, they're gonna pick up the trees probably first, and then make another pass for the debris, or just on the road, from the state.
Talk to Sam, he's here, we communicate a lot.
I've been staying with them.
Anybody got any questions for trash? Go ahead. Okay.
I don't know. So is there any organization at all to their madness?
no.
Nothing.
No.
They just, at random, it's not, well, we're gonna pick up trees right now,
I was told.
and then we're gonna pick up other wood debris later, and then,
They changed
blocks.
4 or 5 times, bro, and the first, when remember I told y'all, brought it up, put it out, It was gonna be, I call it a FEMA truck, they was gonna do the whole path. And then a few days later, even that, the same day I said it over here, it changed. Well, Riverbird's are gonna do from the coastal side, all 5 trucks, and then FEMA's gonna do it, and that changed again. Now they're just gonna do the roads, and Riverbird's gonna do the street, hopefully that won't change. So, and the guy's working his way down for Riverbird's.
But the only thing to the process is you start on one end, grab with the one, and finish when you get up there.
I did get from Joe,
Very
when
random.
I got him involved, it started in Terrebonne Parish first, in FEMA truck, then they went from Rayson, of course, we always last, and then they come to us. And this is a slow process that I've been on, not daily, but almost daily. Talk to them. And Joey talks the same too.
Lacy,
I just wanted to say that good call.
okay, you wanna add to the agenda?
I guess, do I have to add that to the? No? Now I wanna add to the agenda, pickleball court.
Second by Mike, audience once, audience twice, audience 3 times, all 4, aye. Okay, go ahead.
We finally got the pickleball court painted today.
Yay.
Good
Progress,
job.
but it got done. I think Sal just has to install the net and it'll be ready to go.
Now, where is it located, just?
So one of them is located on the tennis court, the pickleball court lines are blue and the tennis lines are still white, so you can play both. And the other one is painted white, the basketball court that you have to bring your own net to play with basketball.
Good job, and it's a long time,
Yeah.
hard to find a thing that, like anything else. Good.
And definitely 4 weeks it into come, they kept pushing us back. So,
Good.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
What's pickleball?
The boat too long, but
it's some kind of tennis, but smaller rackets,
That's
smaller
short.
balls.
Kinda like ping pong on a tennis court. Sort of, kinda like,
Right.
but not.
It's a new thing.
Now you can pick it.
No.
I never heard of.
I think it's easier for older people.
yeah.
Oh, well, we gonna go.
That's the few people can't make tennis.
Okay.
Okay, Peter.
All right, any other business you brought up for the council? Mr. Williams?
I'd just like to invite the public to meet the candidate a bit this Wednesday, at the pavilion in the park, 6 o'clock. We'll allow all candidates running for town and for commission offices to speak, and after that, we'll serve a free meal of hot dogs and soft drinks.
Okay. All right.
I got one more thing to do. Early voting started, so I want to vote.
This is a line that is big one.
Let me see.
No comment. Yes, ma'am.
I have 3 questions. The first question is, as a business owner, if I want to do a special event for my banquet hall, do I need to get that approved by the board to get ATC, like alcohol license or anything like that? Okay.
Well, if you don't have an alcohol license, yeah, you get it.
Correct, that's what I'm saying, like just special events. I know like next year I have a couple things coming up that I want
You don't have to get permission to have it.
permission. Okay. The second thing is, I was running in the park early in the morning, and there's a lot of lights that are out, like there's only 2 lights. And, I like running but early in the morning, because my kids are still sleeping. But I had like 1 light in the park that was, and then it was like the whole way coming around was completely dark. And it was really scary. I mean, like he left me, but anyway, I was by myself. And I just wanted to know how we could like maybe fix
We're gonna-
that.
We called the energy at least 3 times, Tracy, at least.
Yeah,
It's the same ones every time.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because there's one that's like, it just feels like it's motion, like when I get really close and it likes to come on, I'm like, okay, got me.
I'm not an electrician, but since Hurricane Ida that you like to put up, we're gonna have more trouble.
Yeah, we got to run down the
You know what
market.
I'm saying? Before Hurricane Ida, it was a different kind of light, it wouldn't go out as much, you know what I'm saying, with these, a lot of trouble with them. I mean, Willis, like I said, is always sending in the reports,
Okay, and then my third question is anything about the seawall and the drainage and the water coming into my property? And the reason I'm asking is because I had a 6x6 area of my tiles that literally broke, like a couple weeks ago, and like all the mortar and everything from underneath is completely gone. I know that's my building and I have to take care of it, but in this future from the flooding in that one section, like, I don't really know what to do besides, and I can't put anything on the front side because that's property of Golden Meadow, you know.
I guess like I mentioned today, a couple of meetings ago, we maybe run a ditch deeper on the south side of the property, maybe I can work with Mike on
Okay.
that. And, that would then help a little bit with the seawall, that's the next phase we're doing when we get the grant
Okay,
for the seawall, that's the critical part, the most critical part of town.
okay, so do I need to get with Saul to like see when he's able to like come look at and survey the property? I know.
Commissioner right here.
Yeah, but I'm asking because.
Look what I got, I don't know, look what I got right there.
Pushing the book.
Okay, I was really
I tell you what,
frustrated because I just didn't know.
we set up a BDB style and.
That'd be great. Please send that meeting.
John, the engineer, has to be there also, okay?
I just want to
Where
keep,
he can draw, I'm glad you brought it up, because you get caught up with everything else.
absolutely.
Is that Selena's old place?
Correct.
Logan, Battle
Yeah, the new grant, you got for the feds is, part of it is that they're set in the area, so that's actually 2% what.
But there's a
Different
ditch,
setback.
What does it do?
It's more than just in the back.
Okay,
but John, I like you to be in that beach, so.
Yes, sir.
thank you, Mayor.
Trying to get it together,
That's
okay?
it.
It's good, it's a good question, yes, sir.
I had brought it up one time too, like, where my dock's at. Right below the dock, the PVC pipe, the drain, they got a collar on it and you gotta put some screw caps. Well, the collar is broken. And on the north side, the same thing, the collar is broken. And what we got going on is a Bayou-Lafourche freshwater recirculation system. Cause it comes in from the bayou, it goes along the seawall, and then it drains out the Kent Basin, and then you gotta walk it back. And I was thinking this, some check valves, put some check valves on it, nobody would even have to come cap it.
For some reason, the levee ditch is leaving the water in the high iron than they normally do. I talked to a couple of weeks ago about that. So normally they're supposed to keep it low, so it doesn't come through the pipes.
There is a formula to it, like the levy there could be in, the way they open the floodgates and close the floodgates, they get it down by talking with John the other day. Like their system.
John, please probably answer that. What's the water level, John?
I think right now it's plus 0.7.
Yeah, it is a 7 point something. John Levy there, because
But if they,
about
if they go more than that, you know what I'm saying, that's when we get water on the roof.
yeah.
So does it have something to do, I know, I work, I run boats, I'm a boat captain. I know Bayou-Lafourche, according to the Coast Guard, the Corps of Engineers and whatever, supposed to have a controlling depth. So I know that, and I also know that if they pump too much water down, then the levee don't do what it's supposed to do. It's something to do with saturation and all in the levee. And so they gotta keep it up so high. I understand.
Do you think we even need that right there, or can we just keep it cloud?
No, we need it when it rains, at the water, winter time, hopefully, the tide used to go down in the winter time when I was in water. They don't.
No, it doesn't have to.
You know, but he kinda gets it all back and forth.
And for example, like this weekend, like you got the fish, blow it on the north, hard. Friday was like 2-3 feet below normal, the next day with that crazy moon, it was 2-3 foot high.
Yeah. All right, Tom.
Thank you all.
Yeah, during the full moon, you have a higher range.
Okay. Crazy moon, they, yeah.
Daniel.
No, I'm sure you're aware that they have 2 siphons at Yankton, that over by Lafourche. And right now, as we speak, they're building a gate up Britain Canal, Masala Lafourche, that's what that is.
Yeah.
It's a flat gate to get some of that body water out, to go to the back. And on another note, with all these nuisance abatement that y'all been tearing down, I think the process is, it goes to the landowner, or you put a lien on the property, or you sell it, or whatever you do. Has the parish ever participated in any of your nuisance abatements?
No.
Paid?
In what capacity?
Huh?
In what capacity do you mean? Like paying for what?
Help pay the expenses of tearing down somebody's
No,
house.
sir. No, sir.
They have to,
That's all, that's what it is.
Okay,
No,
that answers no.
it's 100% town taxpayers on it.
Right, because the parish has a 1.8 mil property tax to rural areas of the parish, which is not golden, it's not lot bordered, it's not typical. The point I'm trying to make is that recently at the last council meeting, there was a couple of houses in the town of Lockport that they wanted to demolish, which I don't have a problem with, but you're not gonna take the taxpayers' money that didn't participate to pay it. And I had this to say, we got an opinion from the DA, and it came in that they can't do that. Well, I knew that, but they can't do it. Okay, so if they wanna figure out a way to do it and find some money elsewhere, I have no problem with it, but I also want them to take care of both of them. Take care of all the houses in both of them, not just one. And I rest my case.
Thank you, Daniel. Anything else? Willis?
The council should be getting an invitation from the North Middle School for the annual, also, we have about 7 programs going on for veterans starting. Yeah. I'm gonna put it in the paper. I'm gonna put it in the paper so we'll do it with that.
Okay.
The only other thing I have, going back to the body water, John's aware that it's supposed to, behind the Yankee Canal, that's still in the process, John,
It's still in the process.
Yeah, that's been going on for a decade or longer. Could put some culvert to make it like a reservoir to help the body, you know, like. I think it's maybe because of the money, they got the permit finally, I think.
I got the permit, now we're working on the certainty.
Working on this, okay. All right, that might help the body.
I had some constituents reach out to me, about the movable school zone signage, those rollout signs that used to be in place in the areas between Golden Meadow Lower and Golden Meadow Upper. I know there was discussion several months back about the need or lack, not a need of having an officer there. And it's our opinion that maybe we don't need an officer because there are so many unique ways in and out of that neighborhood that there's not so much heavy traffic on LA 1. But a couple of constituents did ask if we could return to using those rollout school zone signs. And I believe that our safety manager in the school district, J.B. Grove, reached out to Chief Dufresne as well as Lieutenant Labatt with the LaFouche Parish Sheriff's Office. And it's our understanding that we no longer have the old rollout signs, or do we?
Correct, we do not have.
Okay, so Lieutenant Labatt had said that he would definitely be able to provide those, and that the Golden Meadow Police Department would gladly place them and remove them at the intake and dismissal times to cover the lower and the upper, which, as you all know, the middle school is operating out of the upper campus. So I just wanted to give the residents an update that that is in the process. I don't know if Chief Dufresne has an update on the status of that. I know our last discussions on that's kind of working on about a month now,
I
so.
spoke to Andrew to date, and he says it's in the process of getting this on.
Okay.
And we also requested DOT to put the school zone sign back.
Flashing lights, you mean?
The flashing lights coming back, but school zone, you know.
Yeah,
all that.
the actual hard
We
zones.
requested that, they hadn't come by, so we're gonna request it again. Send it out to the Georgia.
And,
The FEMA truck picked on in front of my house, it was still in the ground, then he pulled it up and took it right out.
That's the one we can put down.
Mr. Willis referenced the veterans program at the middle school that's coming up, which is a really nice event if any of you are able to attend. But with regard to that property, FEMA has finally maybe made a little more action with regard to the position of that school. And so we're moving forward on the repair of the school. The roof work has begun again, so if you see some action there, that's happening on the historic building. It's going to begin on the one-story building as well soon, and then we're moving forward with the reconstruction of the two-story building. So we're looking now at probably a 2028 relocation to that building because of the significant FEMA delays. So that's all I have.
Okay, thank you for the report, but, the other bit of the report,